Any golf pilgrimage to Scotland inevitably leads to the East Lothian coast and the golf-rich town of North Berwick. From the Pit to the Redan, North Berwick's West Links is one of the most popular rites of passage a golfer can play. But follow the coast eastward, and you find a true links towering above the sea. I co-opt the words of Tom Coyne, who wrote, "Americans travel to Scotland for the challenge, the scenery, the history, and the welcome. It's a wonder any of us leave the Glen, where they all reside in abundance. It is a golf course that I could play all day, every day. A trip to North Berwick is not complete without a happy climb to the green peaks of the Glen." Alright, we're out at the Glen Golf Club. This is North Berwick's East Links. I'm getting 14 shots on this course, so quota is 22 today. First hole looks like a beast. Let's get into it. I hit a pretty good drive up the right center. It was a pretty wide open fairway, so couldn't really hit a bad one. The hill leading up to the first green is incredible, and it brings you up onto the cliffs where you'll play the rest of your round. I came up just short, took putter from in front of the green, and tried to whack one up there. Had this ticklish little 4-footer, and it just broke way more than I thought. Tap in for an opening bogey. Hole 2 is a medium-length par 4 with a fairway that cants from right to left, so you want to try and hit it on the right side because it's going to roll quite a bit. Just an incredible view from this tee box. I kind of chunked this one, but the course was playing so fast and firm, true link style, it rolled up onto the green. I had this putt for birdie. Pretty good speed. I just, missed it pretty far low, but I had an easy tap in for a par. If this is your first time at the channel, thanks so much for watching. Consider subscribing. I've been putting out a lot of good travel content. I play a quota game where I need points based on how I score on a hole. A birdie's worth 4, par's worth 2, bogey's worth 1, and I need to score 22 points with my handicap. Hole 4 was an interesting one with a pretty short fairway, and then it runs down a hill, and I got caught up on that hill in the rough. Hit a pretty good punch shot out there, just trying to make good contact, but missed the green left. You can't tell, but there was a bunker in the way, so I had to play way out to the side, and it left me this kind of tricky par putt. Hit a pretty good one, just not enough, but that's another bogey, and I'm at 4 points through 3 holes. Hole 4 was a 178-yard par 3. The wind was blowing left to right, and then the ground sloped heavily right to left. So I aimed at the right edge of the green, letting the wind push it over, and then it would roll back. And this is one of those rare times where I actually executed the shot I was trying to hit. Ended up just short of the green with a putt that you'll see how much this breaks. It was very hilly, doesn't really show up on camera. Missed on the low side and it kind of rolled away, but gave me about 2.5, 3 feet for a par. Hole 5 is 368-yard par 4. You can see the trees on the left, they kind of guard the 6th hole. You can go as far right as you want, so of course I just absolutely rope hooked this left. Thought it was completely out of play. and there were people on the tee. Luckily, it actually ends up on the tee, so I'm in a pretty good spot. Try and hit a little iron up close, and I come up short, but I've got a putt at it, but it's straight downhill. And, you know, normally the greens aren't super fast in Scotland. This one was, and just a terrible putt. Gave me an outside look at par, though. Didn't get it there, and, you know, for all the bad shots I hit, I think a bogey's fair there. Hole 6 is a 488-yard par 5. It kind of goes uphill and to the right. Pretty wide open, so I took driver. Hit a pretty good one, and it kind of rolled out there. The green's guarded by a bunker. I took 3 wood. And then just, you know, last 2 holes I've had the hooks. But I'm able to find out I'm in the rough. Hit an 8-iron. And it catches the back edge of the green, leaving me this long birdie putt. Bang. Hole 8's at the top of the property and starts a really fun stretch in this course. You're hitting straight down a hill, so from here it looks like I'm hitting into the water. I hit a good one, and as long as you get something in the fairway, it's going to roll all the way down there. Mine does, and it leaves me a short iron in, but as you'll see in a little bit, you can't go right, so I actually aim left of the green here. And again, I hit the exact shot I'm trying to hit, so I end up left of the green, putting on from kind of down in a little area. You can see the speed looks really good, but it bounces off the flagstick. Thought I had a birdie there, tap in for a par. So the members told me that hole 13 is the signature hole. This is 9, a downhill par 3 with that view. I mean, let me know in the comments which hole's better. They're kind of tough to see with my camera, but this is an absolutely gorgeous par 3. 200 yards, take hybrid. Look at that. Looks like I'm hitting into the ocean. Hit a great one, and with it being downhill, it rolls up onto the green, giving me another birdie putt. Put a good roll on it, miss on the high side. Tough to be upset with that. Tap it in for a par to finish off the front 9. So I've got 17 quota points, and I'm definitely going to meet that, but check it out. 37 going out. We are officially on break 80 watch. More importantly, though, this is the view from the 8th tee, which started this fun section. I mean, is that any good? So the back 9 starts with this par 4. It's only 344 yards, but tough to tell here. It's probably 60 feet uphill. Earlier when I said that 7 might have been the toughest, this one was the toughest. I get my drive kind of into the hill. It rolls back 30 yards, leaving me a pretty much blind approach shot, straight uphill, tough to gauge the distance. And I hit it left. Rolls over the back of the green. I hit a putt up onto the green. And I have a really makeable par putt here. Tough. Well, I have a really makeable bogey putt here. Oh, God, you hate to see that. Double. You can see from the map here that the fairway doglegs, but everything's wide open, so it just looks like there's no fairway to hit. So I kind of aim left into the rough, and then I hit it probably further left than I wanted. It's completely fine over there in the rough and makes the hole shorter, but it's just a really difficult drive to visualize. I have a wedge in from the rough, just trying to get something up there and give myself another birdie putt. This is kind of the last of the really high elevated greens. You go down for the next couple holes. So just a gorgeous view up there. For birdie, I just have no conviction. Miss it short, but I can tap in and kind of make up for that double a little bit with a nice par here. Hole 12 is par 4, 448 yards, which it's downhill and not a lot of trouble, but I mean, that's a long par 4. Don't hit a great drive, but because it's downhill, it runs out for a while. Take 3-wood and just cold top it. The only thing worse than playing a long par 4 is playing a long par 4 poorly. Take out 8-iron and try and just punch something up there. It actually rolls up really well to just behind the hole, but it leaves me a tricky breaking downhill putt for par. Just breaks after the hole, tap it in for a bogey, and honestly, on a hole like this, I'm happy with that. Hole 13, this is the signature hole at the course. And this is a good time to ask you guys to subscribe, like this video. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start getting paid, and I can get a cameraman, and this is why it's important. This is a completely downhill par 3, and as you see, I go so far left. And if I had a cameraman, he would be down there, and you'd be able to see it come all the way down the hill and across the green, almost into the water there. But it leaves me this birdie putt when I had no business having one. Unfortunately, I chickened out hitting it up the hill, but it left me a short little par putt. And with that, I have met the quota. You might notice that normally I've been playing yellow tees and I'm at the white tees here. The members told me to go back and play from this one. You can't tell from here, but I'm hitting over the other tees. It goes way downhill and then way uphill. I kind of hit a just greasy one out there, and it ends up on the hill in the rough. But I'm able to hack I think a 6-iron out of there, and it goes long of the hole, but leaves me this really kind of difficult up onto a ridge putt. Thought it was going to break more, thought it was going to be slower, so I hit it way past. It does break at the end there, you see. Now I've got a tough putt for par. Missed that. But I cleaned it up for a bogey. After a pretty routine par, I come to the 186-yard par 3 16th, the last par 3 on the course. I take hybrid, and just not a very good one. I hit it left and into the rough. Feeling pretty confident with my short game, so kind of hit a nice little, it's somewhere in between a pitch and a flop, but it goes up, rolls past the hole, and kind of stops on the back of the green. It's tough to tell there, but I was putting straight down a hill. Can't really control it, but a nice confident stroke gets me in for a bogey. Hole 17 is a long par 4. Pretty wide open off the tee, though. The second fairway, if you remember, that was slanted is to the left, so you want to hit it left and it'll roll right. And I do a pretty good job of that with the drive. It comes into play a little more on this shot. That goes so far left. Alright, kind of like the 13th, you'll see from the tracer how far left that went. Wait till you see where it ends up. This is ridiculous. What did I tell you? Position of the ball does not match that shot tracer. But I have a birdie putt. Just hang it up on the high side, goes past, and I tap in for a par. Well, this is it. 18 heads back down the hill you saw on 1 to the clubhouse. This was also my 180th and final hole on my Scotland trip. From the opening round at Musselburgh to this final hole, I had the time of my life. I traveled to the Highlands to play Royal Dornoch. I got to hit a drive over the Old Course Hotel. I looked through the periscope at Ely, broke 80 at Crail, and found a hidden gem in London. I got to play some of the most historic holes along Scotland's Gulf Coast. And every shot I hit, good or bad, was a reminder of how lucky I was to be playing the most beautiful golf landscape on earth. I can't recommend Scotland highly enough. The people are amazing, towns are entertaining, and the golf is world class. If you're thinking about going, just do it. Doesn't matter what course you book or which region you go to, you cannot go wrong. Thank you so much for watching this video series. I'll try to have new travel videos coming out soon. Oh yeah, and I shot a 77 at the Glen, which was a career low. Man, I could play this course every day.